you doing?
It went so fast I figured I'd take it apart.
Man. Follow-up to Michigan Mayhem and everything going on.
Yeah.
You were pretty excited about Michigan Mayhem.
I was super excited about Michigan Mayhem and I blew it.
Literally.
Yeah, blew the head gasket on the car the first pass. That was the bummer. I expected to go down there and I was like, I'm going to try to push this thing. And I pushed it too hard in the beginning. I actually still don't know exactly why it caused the problem. We got a couple theories right now.
Did you call your tuner?
Called my tuner. He said, "You're retarded." No, so the one pin boss was beat out of it in cylinder 6. We're not sure if it was beat out of it before or after or what happened, but obviously we lifted the head in that cylinder and we blew the head gasket out. We're still running the Athena gasket, so it did a little bit of damage. Had to have the block welded and the heads welded. My buddy Brian, he got the connection down in Detroit for this really good welder. He got the heads and the block welded already. We're waiting on the sleeve from Energy, which is Cali's, but I think that showed up the other day. As soon as he gets time, he'll get the sleeves in and get them decked. But yeah, we found a few issues with it, and I guess that's, for me, it's a first, but I guess it's because we're kind of pushing that combo. So the sleeves were all at a different install height, basically, or a settled height, if you want to call it. So when I assembled the engine, all of the sleeves were all the same value. They're all 55 thou above the deck. They were between 3 and 6 thou all over the place. The cylinder that blew the head gasket was the lowest sleeve protrusion. Not sure if that had anything to do with it. Probably not. We'll call it just not. But the sleeves moved around a lot after the block was obviously heat cycled a bunch of times. The valve job and the heads pretty much destroyed all of them. So all of the valve seats are beat and egg-shaped and wobbed out. The valves all measured perfect. There's no bent valves, nothing like that. But the valve seats were pretty rough. So, it's like, was there no compression in that cylinder? Was it overly rich because there's no compression in that cylinder? Was the fuel just making its way out of the chamber? It's weird. It went from running perfectly fine to breaking it. But bad judgment call on my side. Put the bigger turbo on it. I pulled some boost out of it, like commanded the fuel tech to make less boost, which that did what it should. But that turbo being that much more efficient, the turbine on it made a lot more boost than I thought it would for what I was commanding the computer to make with, on dome pressure. So it ended up making 62 pounds. I was hoping it was going to make like 50 to 55. So the turbo was already singing pretty hard. It made 400 degrees of intake air temp at 2.64 seconds into the run, and it actually broke at 2.69 with the 110 with 128 pounds of boost pressure on the dome to make 58, so the turbo pretty much maxed straight out. That only made 385 degrees of intake air temp. So this turbo, and that was at the 8th, so this turbo made 20 degrees 1.25 seconds faster. And so was it a heat thing? Did it did the air distribution change to that cylinder to do individual cylinder tuning before I got a chance to fix it? It was too late, kind of thing. So few theories, but we'll get it fixed and back out there sometime soon. It's part of the game. I haven't really blown anything up in a long time, so I was like, damn, I've blown a car up. But I was playing with fire. There's a reason why it's 60 pounds of boost on a 388 cube with cathedral heads and still with Athena gaskets, because I'm pushing some components, so at some point you're going to have a failure. So I wasn't upset. I was upset that I blew the whole weekend, because it's usually a really fun weekend of racing. It ended up raining a couple times, ended up being really hot anyway, so we might have seen some PBs and we might not have, who knows. But it would have been a good time either way to make some laps, not just break it on the first pass, so that was my bad.
As for competition, would it have been pretty steady, like if you would have been able to go rounds like with people and stuff like that?
Probably. Yeah, the car ran really good before that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, just, maybe it was a combo of things. Maybe it's the heat. A lot of people suggested I put a
Thanks for calling Northern Performance Cars.
Injector in the charge pipe and run it that way, and then, I didn't. So they're like, that's probably why, you know. It's like, strong possibility it might need it at that point. You know, maybe 360, 380 degrees isn't the killer, but maybe 400 at that early in the run is, you know, 400 degrees is a lot of intake air temp. So I think that is something. I think a lot of guys do that when they start getting into those combos, but it is only 388 inches. It's not 460, 500. It's just a relatively small motor on 60 pounds of boost, so probably a little more sensitive to certain things like that. Obviously, I'm in an area I don't know the answer to. It's a new uncharted territory to me. 430 cars are easy. 390 cars probably a little more finicky. So maybe I got to learn some more at this point. You know, it's the first 390 car I've built and tuned, so yeah, I got some learning to do. Obviously, I don't know everything. I don't pretend to. I did really good with where I've been. Now I just got to learn where I'm at. So, anyways, we close on sold our building today. It's gone. We have 30 days to vacate the premises, or else. So we will do a follow-up video sooner than later to show you guys the new place. I'm going to go there and lift some donuts in the Red Vet today. I got ladder strapped. Right now, and some shovels and chainsaw and stuff inside of it, so.
Thanks.